Okay. Okay. No, it's not like I was in that. So, it started out with low resolution games, limited colors, no sound. They were really basic, and they were very adult themed. You get your pictures with text and born, and pretty much no storyline, no challenge, and you're paying $90 a pop. And of course, these are old PCs, so you were probably paying, over $1,000 for the computer. 1989, you got RPG elements added to the game. Finally, there's some gameplay. Some games from then were Chaos Angel, Rance, Dragon Knight, and these three companies are still around. When did Sengoku Rance come out? It was recent enough. Oh, he's going to sleep. He doesn't want to answer my question. 1992, Elf created Dokusei. This added multiple storylines where and also there wasn't an ending for each girl. There were non-playable girls. You actually had to work to win it. If you made bad choices, you're not going to win. And just a note, that was done with 16 colors on the screen because that was the limitation. Back then, they still didn't have sound. They weren't called visual novels yet. 1992 also, from Chunsoft came this game, Motokiri Solo, was for the Super Famicom. We know it over here as the Super Nintendo. They added background music and they called it a sound novel, and that's their trademark. It was a horror game, and it has popularity. It was released for the PlayStation, cell phone, Wii, comic novels, a movie, and it was also all ages. There are no adult games on consoles that I know of. Then, 1996 came the visual novel. Leaf coined the term. They added changing facial expressions as characters talk. Their first game was Shizuku. It was a rape-themed game, and it had very high reviews for the scenario and music. And they decided that if this game was popular, they would release 2 more games in this trilogy of visual novels. Kizuato in 1996 was another dark theme game. And then next, another dark theme game right now. How many people know Two Heart? How many people recognize the uniform? Lucky Star? Very heartwarming story, it'll make you cry. CD quality vocal theme songs. They had the songs in karaoke boxes. That was the first for this type of game. It's the most well-known Leaf game or series. Then you've got Two Heart 2, Two Heart 2 and Other Days, and they keep releasing things. There's a dungeon game coming out for PSP based on Two Heart 2, and lots of other things. If you pre-order the dungeon game, you get an Android. I have to do that this weekend. Yeah, some people hate them, some people love them. I know someone who really loves them. And I bought too many of their posters today. So this company, Key, how many people are familiar with them? Yeah. So, created from the core team from Tactics that created the game 1, and they broke off and formed Key under the umbrella company Visual Arts. And their first game was Con in 1999. When I made this slide, I counted over 300,000 copies sold of, I believe it was just that version. And there's been two TV animes, 8 re-released versions. There's the original adult, all ages, the standard edition, the first editions of them, the cell phone version. I don't know what else. Console versions. So the Key Memorial Box where they re-released a new version of every single game in their library. Yeah, this was released with both an adult and all ages version. They kind of flip between 18 plus and all ages. They're well known for their crying games, where you start out with comedy, you have romance, and then a separation, dramatic reunion at the end, and it makes everyone cry, unless you hate it. Then you just laugh at it or complain and stop playing. You might know Key for their other works, Air, Planad, yeah, Little Buster's Rewrite, Kudo After. Should I mention Angel Beats? It's kind of the same combo there. It wasn't a Key game though, but it's got staff from Key and staff from the company who has animated a lot of Key's games. And then going outside of just the games themselves, the whole universe surrounding these games, derivative works coming in both directions. You have games that were transitioned to other media, games that became anime, games that became stage shows. There's the transition the other way. Ioni actually started out as a manga and anime, and that became a game later on. Lots of other things have done that. Maihime. There's lots of other places where the visual novel format is parodied. The ones that came to mind first were XL Saga and Lucky Star. I remember one episode in XL Saga where there was a choice box, which route to choose. And then Lucky Star. That school uniform looks very familiar. I think I've seen it before. Oh, the Two Heart uniform looks really familiar too. Huh? Yeah, Konata plays a lot of these games. I'm a big Sakura-Con fan, so I make special mention of them also because they've had so many different things. They have stage shows, they had drama CDs, there's a lot of music, there was a cafe and a store dedicated to this series. Stage shows went on for 10 years and more. So, how do you get these? Pick your category, pick your genre. What kind of game do you like? Do you like drama? Okay, get a key game. You want to try getting a key game? Unless you don't like them. Then I don't like you. Your chair still looks fine. Historic games. It all came to mind. Games like Sengoku Reds, where you get a historic setting for the game. Harem games, Shuffle. Anyone want to suggest good harem games? I don't play them. Horror games, The Noose. This screenshot on the side is from The Noose. I shouldn't have played this past midnight in a dark room. Rance also fits in the RPG category. There's gameplay involved. That's not just reading text and making simple choices. With a lot of the mono I would group in here as well, and many other games. There are plain linear games. If you're lazy, you just want to read. You want to read the text, but you want to have these beautiful visuals. I don't know, some of you might not like Key's art. And you want to have the music and voices. Planetary, there's a whole series of kinetic novels from Visual Arts. And yeah, many other kinds of games, as I said, currently. Do you want to go with commercial games or amateur games? Commercial games, up to and past $90. There's like $30, $50, $90 price points. Huh? Yeah, my copy of Cross Days cost more than $90. I bought what? So yeah, that's the second item there. Pre-order bonus is bed sheets, telecards. You can find those bed sheets. You can find pillowcase covers in the dealer's room. I'm not making a shameless plug. I don't work for them. You can get commercial games on console, video DVD. You don't get that with amateur games, but there's plenty of PC games. Commercial does not necessarily mean better. I don't know how many people are familiar with Mahou Shoujo Ai. When the latest one came out, it was a mess. The stores didn't want to buy it back, and they were telling people they can't cancel the pre-orders. And I think it won worst Battle Game of the Year on Nichan. So then, amateur games, quality lower or higher. There are some very well done amateur games. Tsugime, Higurashi. Okay, maybe the art isn't very well done on that one. People who know the hands in the Higurashi. They're generally cheaper, but it is harder to obtain them abroad because a lot of them are sold through events, actual events in Japan, and not through stores. But there's also the benefit of a lot of them being sold online, or you can find games with free downloads, legal free downloads. You can also find parody games, parodies of commercial properties. Kanoso is a parody of Kano. If anyone's familiar with Makoto from Kano, that's the Kanoso version. I don't know what's growing from her head. So, if you can read Japanese, great. How many people can? Good. He's asleep. I think he had too much to drink. You can import your games. If you've got a friend living in Japan, that's the best. But we don't all have that. There's stores, proxy shipping services that will charge a fee for them to either place the order or receive the shipment and reship it to you, because most of the companies in Japan don't like to ship overseas. And then there's stores that will ship directly to you, like Pellet Web. I deleted Himea Shop, Battle Shop from the latest version of Slice. I don't know where they went. They disappeared. And yeah, I didn't see any announcement. You can download games. Freeware games you can download directly from the authors, or large software download websites like Vector. Other online stores, DL Site offers a lot of games. DL sites aren't free, but the price is very reasonable for these. DL Site also sells things like CG packs if you're interested. Go to Japan. If you buy enough games, it'll be worth the plane ticket. Especially if you go to somewhere like Trader while they're having an Oni Tonkatsu sale. The more games you buy, the better discount you get.